And we are live. So happy new year everyone. I hope you had a good Christmas. It is January the 7th 2022. The last live stream was in fact New Year's Eve, December 31st 2021 into 2022. We actually saw the new year's in, so you know, same rules apply as before. Keep it friendly, keep it simple, keep it friendly, keep it... I'm just going to turn some extra light on. You know, keep it kind, blah, blah, blah. You know, usual rules apply. No, you know, I won't tolerate troublemakers, bigots, you know, anything like that. I am just going to go over to my Twitter and share the link like I normally do. Obviously I like to do that because it gives people opportunity to see that I am live. Sweet Dream, hello, thank you for joining. Yes, happy new year to you as well. Do excuse me for a moment, I am just typing ASMR. There we go. I better do a hashtag. Oh 0701 22. There we go. We are now tweeted. So yeah, you know, how are you? I hope you had a very pleasant holiday season, and you know, a very enjoyable time. I certainly did. I went away for Christmas with my parents and my sister. We went to Norfolk for a week. I'm just going to raise this camera up because it is a bit low, and I don't really have much. Do excuse me. Oh, I've just unplugged my camera, so bear with me. That's my fault. I do beg your pardon. There we go. That's better. Just a quick fix. Just a very quick fix. It's just it's a better height for me to look into the lens. So indeed, I hope you had a very pleasant Christmas and New Year. Yeah. It's been a long day. I've been at work. You are indeed, Sweet Dream, and I am very happy to have you here. Thank you for joining me. I am certain we will have other people, and please do continue to, you know, stay in the chat. You are most welcome, as always. You know, I truly appreciate your joining me. You know, it really does mean a lot to me when people do drop by. Excuse me, I'm just doing something on my computer because there's a message just come up, so I've just cleared that. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so you know, it's been a very relaxing, quiet Christmas, just how I like it, and you know, a quiet New Year. If anyone follows me on Twitter, and I don't know who does and who doesn't, because obviously no one, we're waiting to hear. I'm waiting to see who else joins. You will know how busy I've been. Very interesting collaboration underway with myself and at least 3 other content creators, possibly a 4th, but I'm waiting to hear back from the 4th person. Yeah, so I'm still sort of looking for people, if possible, to join me. Yeah, I did ponder going back to Twitch, but I will be honest and say that I find YouTube cozier. I find Twitch very... I do have a Twitch account. I find Twitch very fast-paced, very unpredictable. YouTube, I feel, is I'm more comfortable live streaming on YouTube. That's just a personal thing. That's, I don't knock Twitch. I have tried it. Sadly, I had a bad experience with a live stream on there, and it didn't go according to plan. Not to say that I won't be going back to Twitch. Excuse me, I'm just going to adjust my chair. There we go. And not to say that I won't go back to Twitch. I think I need to consider the right time. I need it to feel right for me when I go back. However, with YouTube, we had a big celebration just before the holidays. I finally reached 500 subscribers, which means I now have the community tab, which it was because I was receiving... I wasn't angry. I think the phrase "not angry, just disappointed" comes to mind. I honestly do think the conduct that I encountered during that live stream was rather underhanded on the part of the people that tried to... They did everything they could to try and make me say a highly offensive phrase. And then they got angry because I wasn't taking the bait. And they threatened me. Turns out in the end that they were the ones that got banned. But they threatened me with getting me banned and, damaging my reputation and all that. It was very, very childish responses, to be honest with you. And in truth, I could have handled it better. However, the reality is I ceased, and the live stream is available to watch back on here. It only lasted 30 minutes, and I did start a new live stream exclusively on YouTube afterwards. But I did cease the stream to protect myself. I will protect myself from what I consider dangerous activity on social media. Oh, thank you, Sweet Dream. That I appreciate that. Amanda. Well, good evening and Happy New Year to you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to take these off because all I've got is a bit of an echo. Oh, I don't know. It's just that. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I'm not happy with that. I can't actually hear the tone of my voice with headphones on. Kitty, hello. Hello. Thank you for joining. Good, lovely to see you. Do you know, it feels like it's been a while. You know, it does feel... I mean, I know we only live streamed last week. And in the UK, it's been a 4-day week. We had what's known as a bank holiday, which was an extra day off because New Year's Day for us fell on a Saturday. So, you know, this week for us here in the UK has been a 4-day working week. But it felt like the longest week in the world. You know, it really... I mean, I work long hours anyway. You know, I have very long days because I'm usually up at 5:15 in the morning. And I start work at 8. So I'm up very early, usually in bed very early except on a Friday and a Saturday night. I very much enjoy, you know, working 5 days a week because it means I truthfully get time you know, this time I get to spend with you, my friends, online is precious to me. It really is, because I can sit here, I can open up, I can share my thoughts, my ideas, my plans, and you know, you listen. And I absolutely love to see you all interacting in the chat. You know, some of the chat that we've had has been really entertaining. Let's face it, I'm not the greatest of speakers. I ramble, I pause, I go and, you know, say a lot. So let's face it, I'm not the greatest of public speakers. And YouTube is very much a public platform. I am not an orator. You know, I couldn't stand in public and make a speech. However, as a voice actor, an amateur voice actor, you know, it is easier for me to read from what I've written. And Kitty, I'm sure you will agree here, I do find voice acting a lot easier than visual acting. You know, obviously with visual acting you have to memorize a script, whereas with voice acting you can actually record directly from the script and you can read it in whatever tone you like. And of course, if you've seen my content, you will know that I have a very specific tone of voice for each of my characters. So it is easier for me to record vocally rather than visually. Livestream is very different because it's very spontaneous. No, I love the spontaneity of live streaming. Because let's face it, you never know when the pivotal moment occurs, and oh, absolutely. You know, there's still much to be done on the academy project for the Lord of War and Heartache. I'm still honestly waiting to hear from several people, And I fully understand everyone has lives. You know, the world does not, and I'm going to be honest here, the world does not revolve around me. All my projects that I create are to showcase your talents and your creativity. I write the scripts, I write the notes. Everything else is down to the participant, because in all honesty, my work is adaptable. It can be rewritten even. You know, that's the beauty of what I create. If people aren't keen on the way I've presented it to them, they have absolute freedom to adapt it to their own skills and talents. Now, this I do find is true in many ways around what I create, and the interpretations of characters that I've received for previous collaborations has been absolutely astounding. I have been absolutely blown away by how much creativity has gone into what has been shared with me, and it is absolutely amazing, and I could not be happier. I have honestly built one of, in my opinion, one of the best communities I have ever belonged to. And I'm so happy that people accept me for my quirks, my foibles, my eccentricities, you know, things like that. Because I feel that they see my vision. I feel that they understand what I'm setting out to achieve. You know, it's a dream. It is a dream to do what I'm doing, and I'm not going to deny it's stress. You know, it is stressful. I am not going to deny that, because you're always thinking, you're always you're always creating, you're always planning ahead, you're always one step ahead of where you are, even if you haven't got to the stage you hoped. You know, I hoped we would be at about, for example, chapter 26 in the main story by now. We are about 10 chapters behind, and that is not the fault. That is nobody's fault at all. The world just works that way. I mean, for example, back in October, I was hospitalised with an infection of the pancreas. I'm fine now, waiting for surgery for my gallbladder to be removed. And, you know, there have been so many setbacks through nobody's fault, but everyone has been so supportive and so amazing. I truly understand that not everyone can, you know, respond when I request an update. You know, I never pressurise, I never coerce, I never force. And I truly hope that people, I will say this to the very, very moment the world ends, you know, in billions of years' time. My primary concern in all my collaborations is the comfort and safety of the participants. I will never ask them to do anything they don't want to do. And if it's something that is possibly questionable to an extent, I will do it myself as well. As you may have known and seen on Twitter, there is a particular collaboration going around that I've been working on with a couple of other content creators, as I've said, that is very different to what... Oh, well, hello, absolutely lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. a new member. Absolutely delightful to have you here. Very happy, thank you. Lovely surprise, thank you. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yes, this collaboration that I speak of is incredibly unusual, and yes, I am endeavouring to find at least a few more participants to. However, I fully understand, and I want to make this very, very clear, and I'm saying this with all the greatest sincerity I can, that I honestly feel that I will not find those extra people. There are at least 5 of us on board. I'm waiting to hear back from one of the participants, but there are 4 of us confirmed. Myself, Sleeping Artist ASMR, Black Cat Aura ASMR, and Nanichi ASMR. And I recommend you go and look at their channels. They are absolutely amazing content creators. Sleeping Artist and Jade, hello, thank you for joining, lovely to see you, happy new year. Black Cat Aura and Sleeping Artist have worked with me before. Black Cat Aura, both of them have worked with me on chapters 4 and 7, and Sleeping Artist has also worked with me on chapter 16 of The Lord of War and Heartache. So they are familiar with my content, they are familiar with how my collaborations work. I am absolutely thrilled to have them on board for this particular collaboration, because it means that, you know, I have people who are experienced with my content and how I run my collaborations. And in truth, you know, it does mean a lot to me that they have the faith and the belief in my concepts. I absolutely am truly happy to have them as part of this storyline, this particular storyline. As I say, if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you will have seen posts and tweets. I do share a lot to my close friends list on Instagram, because I don't use my close friends list for close friends. For me, and I'm just checking it out now on my phone, do excuse me. For me, it is a platform for communication, and it also means I can set my communication to particular groups of content creators and you know, ideas. And what I do is I share excuse me. That makes me happy. I will explain eventually. Don't mind me. I'm just being very happy. Anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Oh, yes, I remember now. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a quick swig of a black currant. Cameo. It's Vimto, actually. I love a drop of Vimto. So, yes, it is... I will grant you, what I'm talking about is a very, very unusual concept. As I say, on Instagram, I use the close friends facility on there to communicate the concepts and ideas that I have with the various groups. Suffice to say that I am very much under consideration of not just opening Lord of War and Heartache to ASM artists. I am now opening it up, and this is an official announcement here on this live stream. I am opening it up to cosplayers and performing artists who enjoy or wish to attempt creating ASMR. This is again going to be very experimental. I very much doubt it will work. I very much doubt I will garner any real interest. However, I have a firm belief that if you don't ask, you will never know. If you don't ask, you will never know. The truth of the matter is that I would like my projects to be accessible to everybody. It has always been my dream, as I've said before, and this is how focused I am on committing my dream to reality, is that ever since I was a teenager, I wanted to create a television series. I wanted to bring something from my imagination to life. I did shut the door, that's okay. When I wrote scripts back in my teenage years, the first one I ever wrote was a fantasy series set in medieval England called The Chronicles of Sir Robert de Henge. That never got anywhere. It was going to be done as an audio project, but it never got off the ground. I still have the original script. I only ever wrote one script. Sir Roger de Henge is listed as a character in The Lord of War and Heartache. He lives on, as does his wife, the Lady Juliet. Anyhow, it went on to a project called the Mindstorm Chronicles. Now, this is where I can start getting a little bit clever with what I'm using to live stream, because I am in fact using Streamlabs, and I am able... Let me just check if I can do this. Yes, I can. Perfect. Because I am able to share with you the origins of the Lord of War and Heartache, where the story came from. Now, I just need to change the imagery on my game capture screen. And this is what I love about this piece of software. If you're ever thinking of going for live streaming software, I recommend Streamlabs because it's so user-friendly. Yes, I do pay the premium membership because it gives me so much more. It really is worth looking into. I highly recommend it for anyone who wants to stream. So... right, what I need to find is maps of the land. I don't know if it's here. I don't know if I saved it in this one, because I can show you... ah, no, that's the original drawing. That is the original version of the map that I drew. So I need to go into my pictures folder, and this is where it starts getting interesting, because I have to go through various... I'm actually getting it right. I'm looking down the right camera. I used to look at I'm kind of looking at the camera on my screen at the moment just to demonstrate, but there's a camera on my laptop screen just sort of where my finger is. I'm sort of pointing to it with my finger on the screen. So that's where I used to live stream from, and the picture quality was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Hence why I bought this video camera, so that I could grant you the truthful 1080 HD experience, possibly 1080p. I believe it's 1080. So I need to find where is it? Where is it? There we go. I believe it's somewhere in here. Obviously you can't see the folders I'm looking at, so I've had to go into my Doctor Who. Yes, I'm a Whovian. I like Doctor Who. I'm full of surprises. But obviously, you know, I've been singing the praises of Series 13 and Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor for quite a while. I really think she has done amazingly well as the Doctor. But that's just me. You know, I know there are divided opinions. I don't involve myself in those opinions. So there we go. I'm starting to pause because I'm having to think about what I'm saying. I'm doing two things at once, which is not always the best of elements. No, it's not that one. No, that's miscellaneous. I will find what I'm looking for and I will share it for you. I will continue to look whilst I chat. It will come. Excuse me, the small of my back is playing up again. Found it. I have found what I'm looking for. It's a bit skewed, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We have the map. So, this is the map. I'm just reducing the size of my screen. No, that is the map I've just reduced in size. I wish I could multitask. I really would. I can't multitask, if I'm honest. If I'm very honest, it is not a element that is my strongest. There we go. There we go. So I've just reduced the picture. You are probably on a time delay to me. So what I'm seeing on my screen is very different to probably what you're seeing. We shall see. There is a time delay. Once it comes up, I will be able to explain everything. Because then what I'd like to do is show you the modern version of the map that gives... There we go. So, this is the original map. What you see on your screen in front of you now is the original map I drew for the Mindstorm Chronicles. It was, in fact, a story that involved a tyrannic king who became known in the Lord of War and Heartache as the Tyrant King. Now, you won't be able to see a mouse pointer on this, unfortunately, but I can point you in the direction of what you're seeing. So, there are two nations. The technocracy of Ondar, which you now know as the Ondarian monarchy. Below that is the kingdom of Gebelra, pronounced how it's spelled, which has become known as the Desert Realm. So Ondar, which is the capital city of the technocracy, is now obviously Ondar City, the capital of the monarchy. Drevin, which here is the city of steam, is now Necrotia, the city of the vampires. Trigon is in the series. Taros is in the series. Pavilon and Cordavia are in the series as well. The merchant city of Harvel has been replaced by Garalos, the city of Garalos, and you'll see the difference when I show you the map shortly. The kingdom of Gebelra, the city of Cole is now Port Cole. They're not all cities now. Most of them are now just towns. For example, the city of Malakut, the city of Vod, the city of Cully. They are all small towns. Cully plays a big role in the series because that is where the academy is located, and it also plays a key role in the story of the diplomat, and of course the characters of Cleo and Trajan, whom I collaborate with. There is another content creator whom I collaborate with, I should say, who voices the character of Cleo. She's a very talented voice actress. So we collaborate, and the town of Cully, K-A-L-L-E, pronounced a bit like Calais in France, but it's Cully, plays a big role in my series. It's like a centre point for the story. The city of Hatnock is now still in existence, as is the city of Netska, which is reduced to a small town. Port Varuna, which is near to where my picture is, it's below the town of Taros and directly to the left of Drevin, to describe it, because this is really to show where it all is in this world. I will change the map over and show you how it's evolved. In fact, I can make that a little bit bigger, because I can make my picture a little bit bigger so that you can see me still. You deserve that much. You all deserve that much. Anyway, so Port Varuna is now the city of Varuna in the Forest Realm. The Forest Realm on this map does not exist. There is only the Kingdom of Gebelra and the Technocracy of Ondar. The Dark Mountains with the Northridge Outpost still exists. Port Intulla does not exist. Port Nezra and Port Alin do exist, as does Port Nightsong. Port Antius, which is at the bottom below the city of Cole, does not exist in the series. Antius is now the name of the previous empire that predates the Ondarian monarchy. So the continent at one point was ruled by the Antius Empire, which is a nod towards Port Antius in this original storyline. This is how it all functions and fits together. So, and as you can see, Fort Leviathan, Fort Titan, and Fort Calador still exist. Calador, Calador, is now Caldor, Caldor. I dropped the A. Calador was fine, but it just sounded a bit more dramatic as Caldor rather than Calador. So that's the primary origin map that the world of the Lord of War and Heartache came from. Now I will switch screens and we shall see the next map, because I can show you. I love to show people how it evolved. I really do love to show this element of my project because so much work went into it. So I need to go into images, graphics, maps of the land. There we go. And this is the secondary map that I drew. There we go. So I have just changed the map, and this was the second stage map that I created. I actually created this through a basic image, desktop publishing. It hasn't changed over on the screen for you yet, or at least it hasn't for me. On my actual live picture, I am actually looking at the map now, so any second now it should change. You are probably already looking at it, but I can't describe it until... there we go. So you are now seeing the second version of the map. Again, there's a few changes. Quite some big changes, because Port Antius has been replaced by River End. This version of the map had Gebelra, the city of Gebelra, I beg your pardon, much further to the south east, and Ondar much further to the north. I have not centralised this map. Varuna is further west in this map than it was. This is a very basic, original concept that I came up with before I discovered the website of... Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's a very rough draft, but it does the job for what I wanted to demonstrate. So, I honestly appreciate it. Thank you. I did put a lot of work into this. This map also shows the original names of what I was going to use for the lands. So originally the desert realm was going to be called the Desert Kingdom of Khalet. The Kingdom of Ondaria was basically renamed the Ondarian Monarchy, and the Forest Kingdom of Juridia is now just known as the Forest. Historically in the storyline, they still have those names. They just never get mentioned, because some of these names are a bit of a mouthful to say, and some of them are a bit of a tongue twister. I don't have a problem. When the city of Gebelra is mentioned, 9 times out of 10 it will be my character and only my characters that use the name Gebelra, because I literally know myself how to pronounce it. So we've got Cordavia, Garalos, Pavilon. There's towns and cities that feature in the map I've just shown you. So Drevin is still there, Port Allen, Port Nightsong, Cole, City of Cole is now a port. Netska is still a city, but the smaller dots are towns and villages. There are new places on the map as well. Turva, Janos, Sarton and Sarnia, as well as the town of Nezra. we haven't actually delved into the forest realm in the series at all. Virtually all of the storyline so far has taken place in the desert realm and the central monarchy. So that's that map. And here is the one I am really proud of. And I'll be honest, I am quite thrilled by this one, because I put in a lot of work on incarnate.com, which I use a lot for my map making. So we will go to that map. And this is me just obviously demonstrating how the world I've created has evolved since day one, since my teenage years. This whole world, that first map I showed all of you, was from about 20 years ago, maybe a little longer than 20 years. That was done on paintbrush. That's how old it was. It was done on a Windows 2000 computer. There we go. So this map will change over. Granted, sadly we've lost some viewers, but you know, I thank them so much for joining us. I know this isn't always what they want to hear or see, but I'm sorry to hear that, Amanda. Throat pain's never a nice thing to endure. You know, that is yeesh. Okay, so this is the map we use today. It's a little more streamlined and shows a lot more unnamed villages, but it gives you a really good... this is the map I use in my series, in the videos. And it's the best one that I'm happy... You know, it's the one I'm happiest with. Ondar, obviously, has the symbol for the crown. The bigger cities all have they all have sort of like a unique image that I wanted. Trigon, for example, has its sort of industrial look. Yeah, it's not nice, is it, throat pain? My gallbladder, however, is the pain that I have to endure. You know, was that your gallbladder surgery, Amanda? Because I'm honestly not looking forward to mine. You know, when it happens, I don't often tell people about my gallbladder surgery because I think it can cause worry, even for friends. It's routine, perfectly routine, and if it means I'm going to be pain-free from gallstones, then, you know, I would rather lose the gallbladder than live in constant physical pain. I am on painkillers at the moment, to be honest, to try and help me get through the discomfort. So really what you see here is basically the final stage of the story, you know, what is actually featured in the storyline. We have the central monarchy, the desert realm and the forest realm are smaller in scale, even though they're actually quite big areas. There's actually quite a few miles between. They all look close together, but there's actually several hundred miles between Cully and Gebelra, or over 100 miles between Cully and Gebelra. The lakes are ginormous. You know, this is not a true scale map. This is for convenience. Anyway, I honestly think we've seen enough of the maps, and I think we're all mapped out. Oh, Raptor. Oh, God. I just realised what I was saying. Oh dear. Oh. Oh. Ow. Ow. Oh. Oh. I've pulled a muscle. Oh. Oh dear. Just a word to anyone who's joining me for the first time on these live streams. My friend Simplicity ASMR, Amanda, we have a bit of a running challenge that I've just read. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh, let me explain. Let me explain for anyone who's joining for the first time ever. Amanda, Simplicity ASMR, and I have a challenge, a friendship challenge. And 9 times out of 10 in these live streams, she doesn't actually need to live up to that challenge. Because what it is she... Oh, thank you. I will definitely message you after the live stream. Yes, I would appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Amanda and I have like a friendship challenge that I challenge her to make me laugh during live streams. 9 times out of 10, however, she doesn't need to do anything because I just have to say something or think something and I'm away. It doesn't take a lot to make me laugh. It's very good therapy, to be honest with you. It's exhausting, especially because I've had you know, tests and everything, you know, in my abdomen and everything. It's caused some strain on my muscles and things, and to this day it's never felt the same. You know, laughter, they say, is the best medicine, and it is. I truly believe it is. Excuse me. Chances are I will crack up again. Chances are I will think of something and I will crack up again. It doesn't take much. But as I've said before, I will just reveal the map again, a little bit again. But I've just revealed it so that you see the majority of where the story actually takes place, which is the desert realm. So far, the entire story has taken place in that area, in that region. We've had a few elements set in the Central Monarchy, and at least one subchapter set in the Forest Realm. We are moving towards the Forest Realm. However, I'm not taking the bait, Amanda. I'm not taking the bait. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet, my friend. Not yet. When you least expect it. So yeah, everything that's taken place in the main storyline has taken place in the Desert Realm, and everything I've created has been within the context of that region. Everything from the culture to, you know, the use of magic, the ideologies, everything that's featured so far. We have only scratched the surface of the monarchy, and we've not even dented the surface of the Forest Realm. We will do. We will get there. I still need to get in contact with people involved in chapters 17, 18 and 19. I have a few elements of those chapters. There's going to be some that I need to... there's a few things that I do need to sort out. I think we may have had some withdrawals, and it means I will have to take on a few extra roles, because if it's certain voices, I will take on those roles. For example, yes, myself and Sweet Gameress are friends on social media. We started sort of chatting about YouTube and things like that, and I believe this is doable, but I have been set the challenge of reaching 10,000 subscribers. I feel it will take me time, but I believe it will happen and it will come. I have a plan in place to achieve that goal. I haven't started yet, but it will be implemented. I honestly believe if I can reach 500 subscribers, I can honestly reach 10,000. I truly believe I can. You've just got to have faith and belief. As I say, Sweet Gameress and myself do communicate on social media, and I'm very appreciative of her support for my content. Thank you very much. I honestly, and for, you know, support and belief in me to succeed. I truly... Julie, hello, welcome, and thrice ye welcome. Lovely to have you here. So yes, the challenge is to reach... There isn't a time scale, but these things can't be rushed. I honestly believe from small acorns great oaks grow. You can't rush an oak tree. They take years, centuries to grow even, you know. Oh, indeed. I truly appreciate that. I do very much enjoy a challenge. I believe it's something to. And as I say, there's many challenges that I have overcome in the past, and I do believe that, given time and the right concepts, I will eventually reach 10,000 subscribers. As I've said, I will not rush. I will take this one step at a time and build upon it. I truly have faith that success will come. You know, if you build it, they will come, as the saying goes. That's from Fields of Glory, I believe, about baseball. Kevin Costner. But Julie is part of my special collaboration. We've just been talking, Julie, about all the content. You know, that you are a what term shall I use? A experienced collaborator in my content. You know, you've literally been with me as a collaborator on my work from the very beginning. Chapter 4, Chapter 7, and Chapter 16. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does mean so much. And of course, your involvement in this new project that I admit I talk a lot about on Twitter and social media and Instagram, because I'm just so passionate about it. I really do believe what we're doing, what we are creating, has huge ASMR potential. Now, obviously, I try very hard not to openly discuss it on YouTube, because and I do hope you're having fun with this new collaboration as well. I really do. I think that I really do believe in what we're doing, and I believe that if we do it safely, respectfully, and, you know, correctly, we can create thank you, Sweet Gameress. I truly appreciate that. Yes, I agree. I really do agree. As I said, you can't rush these things, and you shouldn't rush these things. I get messages from SEOs saying, "Oh, we can help you for such and such amount. We can help you grow your channel. We can get you these 10,000 subscribers." No, what they will get me is 10,000 bots that YouTube will all of a sudden remove for being bots, and then I'm left with nothing, and they have perhaps £200 of my money that I'll never get back. You know, SEO services and, you know, things like that, in my opinion, are a con. In order to succeed, you have to put the effort in yourself. You can't. It's my truthful, honest belief that you cannot build a channel that easily. It is impossible to build a channel that easily, because YouTube will, you know, and it goes against it. It's disrespectful to other content creators who work so hard for their viewers. You know, the thing is, I want genuine, I'm going to say it that way. I want genuine viewers who will, in all honesty, enjoy my content. I don't want artificial, you know, nameless faces following my work that they won't have anything to do with. You know, it is absolutely pointless. It is SEOs are one of the big, and anyone who, I'm going to say this, and I make no apologies for saying this, anyone who chooses to build their channels through SEOs are fools. A fool and their money is soon parted. And it is one of the biggest cons, as big as the NFT con that's going on in this world. You know, the they might as well be non-fungible tokens. They might as well be non-fungible tokens. SEO work, because at the end, like NFTs, you have nothing to show for it. You have absolutely nothing to show for it. You end up, you know, as I say, YouTube, and I've experienced this, does remove subscribers, and 9 times out of 10 it removes the bot. It will remove the bot subscribers. I'm certain I've had genuine people unsubscribe from my channel, and that is their absolute prerogative. They are welcome to come and go as they please. I hold no judgment. You know, they have my respect, my friendship, my support for their channel continues if they're ASMR artists or content creators of any kind, not just ASMR. And I do genuinely feel that the removal of the nameless faces, shall we say, because let's face it, 9 times out of 10 they never appear in your following list anyway. You can go and see who's subscribed to your channel. There is a way, you know, you can go into your channel's settings and see it for yourself. So, you know, I rise to the challenge and I absolutely accept it. It means there will be changes made to my channel, new content. Lord of War and Heartache still continues. The collaborations still continue, but you will see much more original content. You will see live streams as well. I will still continue to live stream. And I will still continue to share and promote my collaboration content, because I really do feel that to me is very special. I truly do believe in that particular element, because it brings people together. It helps build a community, and it also helps to showcase people's talents, skills, you know, things like that. And I'm very, very positive about that. You know, I do believe in sharing the talents of other content creators. There I go again. To promote, help. Not that every content creator that joins me needs help, you know. There are many who are very well established, even more so than me. And Julie, you are one of them. I know that. You are very well established. Very well respected and loved in the ASMR community as well. But I will always support and promote the small channels. Now, granted, I am a small channel myself, but I do have a particularly comfortable following on Twitter, so I am more than happy to support new and upcoming content channels through Twitter, and if push comes to shove, Instagram as well. I will support new channels in I will support new channels in any way that I can, because I truly believe that anyone who participates in my work should be rewarded with my support and my friendship. You know, that is how it works. That is how I honestly believe that there is more to this community than people realise. Yeah, well, as I say, I spend a lot of, I do spend a lot of time promoting that one particular project that you're involved in. I never know why I'm so reluctant to talk about it on YouTube, and yet I'm so open about it on Twitter and Instagram. Granted, I fully understand that I will more than likely not find the three extra participants that I'm looking for. I fully accept that. I do believe we continue with what we have. Yourself, Black Cat Aura, Nanichi ASMR, and the other who I'm waiting to hear back from. I'm not pushing them. There's been something that's come up, and they're not too sure about being able to participate. But that's fine. That's fine. The four of us can continue. If we could find three others, it would make it 7, like chapter 7. I honestly have, and as I say, if you follow me on social media, please do go and look at. Chances are you are on my close friends lists on Instagram, and if you are, please, and you're watching this back on the replay, please do go and look at I update that regularly now. It is a bit of a one-trick pony, I will admit, with what I promote, but everything that's going on at the moment in the Lord of War and Heartache, it's a particular concept. Yes, I have. A couple are focusing on their content and their channel, which I respect, and quite a few have said that they prefer not to have that kind of participation. Now, I want to make this very clear, and I've made this very, very, no offence taken. Everyone's different. Everyone has their platform of choice. No, there is no. May I stop you there? I want to make this very clear about my live streams, and this is for anyone that joins, anyone that watches this on the replay. In these live streams, there is no judgment, no prejudice, nothing. We don't want negativity here. We want to keep this a happy, positive live stream that everyone can become involved with, that everyone can, enjoy. No one takes offence to what people like and dislike on here. Instagram is not for everybody. You have your reasons, and I absolutely respect that. It's like I have my reasons for certain platforms, and I won't, that I won't use them in a certain way. It's just the way. The way I use Instagram is communication. So when you look at my stories, as I say, I have always said that I will never approach individual people. I don't feel comfortable about doing that because it feels like I'm forcing or coercing them to join. What I would like is people to take interest, and if they are genuinely interested, then they join me. I do not want to make them feel pressured or coerced into doing anything they don't want to do. The fact that you approached me, Julie, for example, about this project means so much to me. Because we've been friends virtually from the very beginning of my channel, and I absolutely appreciate, your presence and your enthusiasm and support for my content. I really honestly appreciate it so very much. And I honestly thank you for that. I really, really thank you for that, because to have someone of your caliber, your content is truly amazing. I can't sing your praises high enough for your creativity and your content. It is truly remarkable, and it's the same with Whisperwind, Sage, Whisperwind ASMR. If you're new to this channel and you don't know her content, please do go check her out, and do please check out Sleeping Artist, Julie's channel as well, because it is honestly everything that my friends in this community create absolutely blows me away every time, because it's always something fresh, original, imaginative. And I really mean that. I really honestly, truthfully mean that. It is something that we need to I've never been this vocal in a live stream before, as you know, but I've decided to take the sort of bull by the horns and be a little more vocal this evening, because 9 times out of 10 I just ramble, and I am rambling to a degree, but it's a focused ramble. We've actually got something to focus on this evening. It's a new year. We're 1 week into the new year, and there is something now that we can focus on, and for you and myself, Julie, it is our collaboration, which I'm incredibly excited to be, creating. When I've always been nervous about the concept we're creating, but, and this is for anyone joining the live stream under the replay, and I hope you've got this far. If not, I will put in timestamps, or I will endeavour to put in time. Anyway, I honestly have such huge faith in the ASMR potential of what we're creating has. Does that make sense? I'll try and reword it. I honestly believe in the ASMR potential that our collaboration has. I've probably said the same thing twice, but to be honest with you, I'm so tired. It's been such a long day that I can't really tell what I'm saying. But I am sober. I did think about having a gin tonight, but I decided not to. But I am just very tired. I do need to contact the chat group with a few extra ideas I've had regarding the project. That I will not deny. I think that I honestly believe what we're creating will work. I truthfully believe what we're creating will work, because it, I've seen it in small scale, but we're doing it on a much more ambitious size of scale. I absolutely believe in it. I really, really do believe in it. The faith that I have in you, in Black Cat Aura, in Nanichi, in the other person that I'm waiting to hear back from. I have such huge faith that we will succeed, that I really do think. And to think it's giving you a chance to tick off an item from your bucket list as well. That's something else as well. because when you told me it was on your list of things you wanted to learn, I was really surprised, not unpleasantly surprised. I was genuinely happily surprised when you approached me, Julie, about and please, by the way, do continue talking in the chat. Please don't just sort of I think it might just be you and me in chat, actually, Julie. I'm assuming you're kind of lurking at the moment, but that's absolutely fine. There is a button on the chat window where you can see participants, and it does just show you and me at the moment. So, do feel free to chip in every so often, and I will respond. I apologise that I do appear to be rambling, but oh, wonderful! It doesn't. It obviously when people don't. Yeah, it adds people when they respond. So, thank you so much for being here. I really, as I say, lurking is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. There is no. I know I say please, interact and chat and things like that. But please be free to do whatever you wish, to be honest with you. I keep changing the tone and the... Oh, what are you playing? What are you playing, Julie? Is it on your phone or on your computer? I'm happy... I think she did. I think she's in a bit of discomfort at the moment with her throat. She did say she had a bit of a sore throat, so... it was lovely to have her here, though. Absolutely joyful to have her in the chat window. Always a pleasure to have friends. And I beg your pardon, I'm just checking something. Yeah, I mean, the beauty of this having the game capture window as well means I can share bits and pieces. There's a lot that fair enough. That's a Woodoku. I take it it's like Sudoku. Sudoku. Boof. So I guess I just get nervous about some. Yeah, we did discuss that, yes, and of course when you do start your channel I will be there to support and help promote it. I will be more than happy to help you promote it. I'm quite excited to see what you create, actually. I really do think, I'm sure, whatever you come up with will be amazing. I really do believe, you have faith in what you create as much as I have faith in what I create. It does just take time and planning, and I absolutely agree with what I have to say. I am looking at doing a few more video games. I'm looking at doing The Sims again for my channel, so you will see some more Sims 4 content. I downloaded a lot of the new add-ons. Oh, look at that! Look at my neck tonight. I had yeah, from what I understand from our conversation, it will, from what I understand from what we've discussed in conversation, it will feature how best to describe it. It will be original from what we have discussed. I believe from what we've discussed, it will continue. It will feature potential what they call viral videos. Not that I am fully up to speed with what the latest content in relation to that is, but I wish all the very best, and I kind of, I'll be honest, I feel a bit awkward really, because this is your channel that I'm discussing, and it doesn't feel it doesn't feel like my place to be. As I say, I will promote your content, and I will promote your channel. You have a friend in me and a staunch supporter. I'm really glad that you have shared with me your future plans, and I'm grateful for that, because there's a lot happening that I'm really happy to see develop and evolve. So we shall see how that goes along the line, and as I say, I will be here to help and support you along the way as a friend. Friendship starts with foundations, and we can take it from there, as it were. It is intriguing, Julie. It is intriguing. But it's exciting as well. There's a lot of oh, thank you, sweet Gamer S. I appreciate that. I very much appreciate it. Because obviously I know that much of what we've discussed is very much your content, and I don't want to spoil any possible surprises you have in the future for potential for viewers. So I really do feel that it is your channel, your decision. What you create is what you create. As I said, there is no judgment, there is no prejudice on this live stream. It is pure friendliness, happiness, joy. No negativity, absolutely no negativity. Except when I open up about my painful past, but that's by the by. So obviously, Julie, I did message you earlier. We did message each other earlier about the collaboration. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. No, I understood what you meant. I truly understood what you meant. As I say, Julie, I obviously messaged you earlier regarding the collaboration. So that's good. We're underway with that. I don't know if this will be a long live stream or not. I haven't decided yet. It probably won't go on too late this time, because it has been a long day. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep going. I just don't know why I'm feeling so sort of awkward at the moment. I honestly feel a little bit I wonder if we can capture a full screen application. Let's see if we can capture a full screen application and see what happens, because let's see what happens. No, that's auto. Capture specific window. Oh, I've just paused my live stream on my YouTube anyway. That's image, Streamlabs desktop. Because I think if I can capture my main screen, then no, doesn't seem to like that. Doesn't seem to like that at all. What I'm trying. So if I close down some of the windows, it's just that I've had an idea that might allow us to no, it doesn't. No. Oh, Amanda, that's absolutely fine. I'm glad you're still here. To be, in truth, you know. No, it's not working. It's not working. What I was attempting to do. I will try and work that out at some point and see how we capture the main screen, because there's a few things I'd love to show you on my screen from other elements of social media, so so that you would be able to see it for yourself, but it doesn't seem to be functioning in that manner, so I do beg your pardon on that front. Yeah. No, I can't. I'm just looking at my other screen because I've moved over the window that allows me to do it, and no, I will work that out for myself, because I think it will make these live streams a lot more interesting if you can actually see what I can see in certain windows, because I think it makes yeah. This is me in my natural element, by the way. This is me when I'm trying to this is me when I'm trying to think on my feet and do everything at the same time. I believe the term already used in the chat is multitasking. Which evidently I am not 100% accurate at doing. No, I think we leave it at that. I will do a retweet though. I will do a retweet. There is yeah, it's that or a Studebaker. Oh no, that's Fozzie Bear. A bear in his natural habitat. A Studebaker. Muppet movie 1979. I have just done a retweet on Instagram. In fact, I'll do a couple of retweets. So bear with me. It's just that I do like to sort of... Yeah, it is really. I mean, Paul Williams is an absolutely amazing composer, singer-songwriter anyway. You know, he was friends with Jim Henson. Because he appeared in season 1 of The Muppet Show as a guest star, because he was friends with well, that's encouraging. No, we won't retweet that one. I know this isn't the most exciting of moments to watch me send out some retweets, but I really do think sometimes you have to seize the moment as you go, because if you can't laugh, what can you do? That's what I always say. You know, sometimes you have to find laughter in the smallest of things, because if you don't, you could end up making yourself unwell, and that is never a good thing. You know, it's important that you always look after yourself and everything like that, because, you know, mental health is as important as physical health. I learned that the hard way many years ago. About 2 years ago, in fact, I had a breakdown in the workplace. Very, very long story. Basically, it was all because I left a bag on the train. I had a panic attack, which turned into a breakdown. Which basically brought elements of my past, my painful past, back to me. And Victor, hello indeed. I still need to sort your script out, don't I? You did email me your character, and I have listed your character on the... I will double check with that for you. You're not complaining, Amanda. There's a difference between complaining and talking about your health. Your health is very important. As a friend, I will say it is important you look after yourself, and if it's suspected bronchitis, that is not a nice thing to have. You know, your lungs are important. You need to look after yourself. You really do. Amanda, you don't need to shut up. You don't need to. Please don't worry. We're here for each other. We are here as, you know, we are here through friendship, through our bond as content creators, and and most of us as ASM artists. Not everyone who attends these are ASM artists, but I truly appreciate everyone who joins. I really honestly mean that. Oh, excuse me. Did I write down your character, Victor? I beg your pardon. I have just gone into my... That's why the screen's gone a bit brighter, because obviously I've got... Nomad Leader Arga. Yeah, I've got you down as Arga. So I will get that script written and sent over to you ASAP. More than likely this weekend, so you can record the audio. There we go. I've just saved that. And as I say, there are plenty of other characters available in the main series, so please, if you're watching this back and you're genuinely interested in participating in the Lord of War and Heartache, please message me on Twitter, message me on Instagram, email me. My email address is on my channel, on my About page, and I even put it in my community tab. You know, it is available to find. And I'm going to say it, it's all written in lowercase, greatwesternfanatic@gmail.com. In fact, I will put it in the chat, so that when you watch this back, and I do make the chat available, so I will put this in the chat. I don't mind using this. I don't mind using this email address, because obviously it doesn't contain my full name. It's to do with the origins of what my channel was going to be about, which was railways. Great Western Railway is a British railway company, and I was an enthusiast for it, or still am an enthusiast for it, but it's just there you go. I've shared it in the chat, so that you can all you know, if you ever need to email me, you can, you know, if you don't want to DM me on social media, you can email me. I will more than likely share it before this live stream ends. Oh, I truly understand what you're saying. Yeah. I've just lost track of thought. I washed my hair this evening and it's gone all floofy. Mind you, I had a shave. I had a really big beard at the weekend, and that's an insect bite. That's gonna drive me mad. So yeah, you know, that is my email address for collaboration, interest, and things like that. So please message me through that as well. As I say, you can message me on Twitter and Instagram as well, if you so wish. And please, if you are genuinely interested in my specific collaboration, I will share the thing from Twitter, because I found this quite. I actually kind of felt this was self-inspirational. Quite self-inspirational. I have just screenshotted from my laptop. There we go. Cancel. So you will see it on the game capture in a minute. It will be quite broad, but I can resize it. And that's a JPEG, not a. I will just resize the screen of me. No, that's the actual... I need to... Because I would really like to openly discuss this and actually talk a little bit about the entire concept with you. So this is obviously the tweet, one of the tweets that I've been talking about, and you should see it in a second because obviously there's a time delay. I'm going to restore the chat. So obviously this discusses the collaboration that Julie is involved in, and this is very much the kind of tweet you will see on my feed. I'm just going to move it around a little bit. There we go. I'm happy with that now. So obviously it's a collaboration that's being done with the deepest of respect. We are working hard together to create a respectful, original... Now, I've said, obviously, that it's pioneering. It is pioneering. This, there's been a few individuals that have created similar content, but not on this scale. As I say, I would love to have at least 2 or 3 more participants, and I genuinely mean that, but they have to be genuinely interested. I'm not taking any time wasters. This is purely because I believe in the absolute potential of ASMR for this concept, and I absolutely have every ounce of faith that we can create something truly amazing. I have such strong beliefs that this will work. I honestly believe that this entire concept can work and will work. With cooperation, I am really serious about the safety of the participants, the comfort of the participants, and I will never force or coerce anyone. The participants that are involved so far have approached me of their own free will. They have contacted me, themselves. I really need to stop playing with this insect bite. Bad habit, really bad habit, I apologise. I came up with this concept because I saw an individual's video, and whilst it was good, it didn't have any background or originality to it. It was just... It was... I want to create something that's respectful, but also beautiful. I want to demonstrate the true beauty of what we are trying to create. I want to be able to show that there is much more than what many people think there is, in truth. And I have such huge faith in what we're doing, because it as I say, Julie is involved, Black Cat Aura is involved, Nanichi ASMR is involved, and there is a 4th that I'm waiting to hear back from. I won't name them out of respect for them, because they approached me with a concern, and we are discussing that concern, fully behind closed doors. So it's between myself and the party involved, because obviously I want to reassure them that what we're doing is truthful. I will always look after my guests. You are my guests, I'm the host. It is my duty as host to ensure you are safe, you are comfortable, you are happy in your role. Whatever concerns you, contact me. I absolutely condone contacting me. Don't be afraid. I am 100% approachable, and I will always listen to worries, concerns. If people need to pull out for any reason, absolutely. Excuse me, I must just check this. Ooh. Oh, no, I've given the wrong response. Sorry. I do beg your pardon. That is. I've just had a message from a friend. Yeah, I am very adaptive. As I say, I will never force anyone to do anything I wouldn't do. And there is a video of me performing. There is actually a video of me performing, because I will never ask anyone to do what I won't do myself. And it is a bit of a surprise, because no one expected me to actually make the video. It's called putting my money where my mouth is. And please do have a look. As I say, I will always do what others are doing. I will never there we go. I've shared the link, so please do pop over. It's not very long and there's no audio, but it is in relation to in regards to the collaboration you see on screen. Goody, hello, welcome, my kind sir. Good to see you. Absolutely marvellous to have you here. Goody is another friend of mine from Canada. He's an absolutely marvellous chap. Please do support him on social media. I'm sure when I get in touch, we can discuss that. There's a few things I need to discuss with a few people. I'm sure if we get in contact with each other on DM, Sweet Gamer S, I'm sure we can talk about it. Because obviously, as I say, I will always do something. I will never ask anyone to do something I won't do. So I honestly felt the need to prove that I would put myself into the same position as other people. It's only fair. It is only fair Well, Goody and I have been discussing my channel, and whilst he hasn't set me the challenge of 10,000 subscribers, yeah, I am too, Amanda. I did drop her a message, because our friendship is very much like, no, she hasn't contacted me either, so I do hope she is okay. You know, I do send obviously all that to her, because our friendship is very, we became friends through very unusual circumstances, considering there was some trouble on YouTube back at the beginning of 2021, and I kind of became her mentor. And I would say our friendship is very brother and sister like, very sort of close brother and sister like. I'm sure she's doing absolutely fine, but we have to obviously respect her, respect her privacy and her distancing herself from social media. I do believe it's COVID, so we do obviously need to obviously give her some space and some time. So I will not openly discuss it, because obviously that's not the thing we discuss. As I say, basically, as I said before, kind of focusing on what's on the screen. Yeah, you will see these tweets and messages all around social media. I am looking for at least 3 more. I'd like to have 3 more participants. Because I do honestly believe in the. I'll change that back now. I think it's been up on screen long enough, and people have got the idea of what we're doing. But there's a lot to be done, and as I say, I would very much like to find a few more collaborators to help me finish that. I'm really passionate about what we're doing. I really do believe strongly in what we're doing. I have such huge faith in everyone involved. We can make this work. We really can make this work. I truly believe that. No, it's not. It's not at all worth messing around with. Pardon me for a moment whilst I just try and find my... That's what I'm looking for. We all are. We all are. And, in this community, we do look out for each other. That is a given. That is a given. I've just changed my background. No, I'm not happy with that one. Let's go back to what it was. There we go. Yep, that's better. That's gone back to the original thing. Well, I honestly hope that you two. I think you two will get on. I think you two will get on quite well. I really do have a lot of faith in Goody. I really do believe he is an amazing chap. As I say, myself and Sweet Gamer S have started messaging with ideas and not so much collaboration work, but she has set me the challenge for 10k subscribers, which I accept and I will carry out. Yeah, so I think, to be honest with you, I think we've discussed. Well, I think I've said everything that I can think of. To be honest with you, we've been going for 2 hours, and I honestly think that is a good time to sort of call it a night. I can't think of anything else I need or I'd like, I want to say, and that's not a reflection on anyone in the chat. I think we've all discussed enough, and yeah, yeah. As I say, I think I'm going to call it a night, because it's 10 o'clock now, and there's some other bits and pieces I need to be doing or finishing up. And thank you so much for joining me. I think 2 hours is a perfectly good length of time. Not too long, not too short. And as I say, please do contact me on social media for anything and everything. Yeah, so I think all in all, I will keep the chat available for anyone who wants to go back through. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. I always have trouble ending these streams, and I will see you next week. So, thank you very much.